Aloha Internet! I'm currently in Hawaii, if you can't tell. Can't tell by the background, but why else would I say aloha? This is the last stop in our trip, and in fact today is our last full day. Tomorrow morning we are flying back home to Australia, so oh, I can't believe it's ended. It's so fast. It went by so quickly. It always goes so quickly. So I thought I would recap the last couple of days. Since my last vlog, we departed Los Angeles incredibly early. We got up at like 4 a.m. to catch a very early morning flight and landed in Honolulu. The weather here is a little bit similar to Singapore, which I've been to so many times because my relatives all live there, in that it's a little bit humid, but it's not as humid as Singapore, which is quite nice. So I've never been to Hawaii before, so everything was brand new to me. I had no idea how many Japanese people lived here. It was almost like going back to Japan, which was a bit strange, but very cool because I love Japan, so this is nice. Apparently, most of the people who live here are Japanese, Filipino, and Chinese. So it's a very Asian heavy area, which suits me just fine. In case you can't tell, I'm also Asian, so I blend in very well. But Hawaii is probably my favorite state so far, just because, firstly, sales tax, amazing. It's like 4% or something like that, but we're staying really close to a DFS, which is a duty-free store. Zero sales tax, which I'm a little bit sad for because I didn't realize how good shopping would be here. I mean, people tell me all the time, but I don't believe anyone until I see it with my own eyes because I'm very trusting like that. And so I pretty much spent all the money that I had allocated for this trip, and I don't want to dig into my savings to spend more because that's just shopaholic behavior. HT. So I'm just gonna have to remember that for next time because I probably will be back here next year in our next trip. So I will take that into consideration. So the first day was really just finding ground and catching up on sleep because we'd gotten up so early, and like responsible adults, we didn't actually go to bed that early. I think we went to bed like at midnight, so we ended up with about 4 hours sleep. So the next day we did a lot more stuff. The first thing we went to see was Pearl Harbor. I mean, the harbor itself was beautiful, but I guess World War II related stuff, especially in Asia, always kind of gets to me a little bit, which is strange because I'm definitely not old enough to have been around during World War II, but my family was quite impacted by it, so more like my grandmother and her parents and a lot of our family friends, because originally, FYI, because I get this a lot, I'm Chinese. That's my ethnicity and nationality. I'm Australian because I was born in Australia, blah, blah, blah. But yes, my ethnicity is Chinese, so most of my family is from China. And a lot of them migrated to Singapore, hence why I go back to Singapore a lot. And so my grandmother was directly impacted by World War II, so was my grandfather and most of our family friends, and yes, you know, some of them were killed by the Japanese during the war. So World War II stuff always makes me feel a little bit more like I can kind of a little bit relate because it impacted my family, but I can't personally say that I have personally been affected. Anyways, I guess the point is that I take a special interest in World War II stuff. Like when I read it, I always feel a little bit more connected to it as opposed to other wars. Not that the other wars are not important, but you know. So I really enjoyed that. It was really great. We got to see the memorial for the USS Arizona, which I think was one of the battleships that was taken down by the Japanese bombers. It was, I guess, solemn and mourning aside, that place smells really bad. I think it's because there's so much oil that's still coming up from the wreckage that had gone down, because basically the ship had gone down, taken like 1,100 plus soldiers, sailors with it, which is really, really sad. And it's been there for 70 years now, so it's very rusted, but the oil still keeps popping up through the water, like you can see it, and it just reeks of oil. So after that, we went up to the northern shores, basically the beaches where they have a lot of the surfing man competitions, which was quite intimidating. I've not really seen waves as high as the ones I saw there, except in TV shows. So it was quite an experience, but apparently they weren't as high as they could have been, but apparently they go much higher. After that, we had lunch, and then we just went to an outlook, took pretty pictures of a massive crater. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't really listening to the tour guide as well as I should have. But it was a very interesting experience nonetheless. I think I'm just a little bit like, oh, I just want to sleep and relax, which is pretty much what I've been doing today. So the next day, we don't really have anything planned because it's our last day, and we wanted to just really chillax and enjoy Waikiki Beach, which we did. We walked along the beach. It's a little cloudy today. I'm looking at the cloud because the window's on the other side. Quite cloudy, but still quite humid. So it did get hot after a while, but it was a very nice beach. Am I gonna offend anyone if I say that I still prefer like more natural beaches like Squeaky Beach down in Victoria? Because I don't know, the sand here is not very smooth. There's a lot of shells and debris in it. But it was nice. It's a nice experience, and I really love Hawaii. I have to admit, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, just because I think it suits me and Toby really well. The thing that we share a lot, the sort of trips that we both love, tend to be tropical because it's warm weather and just very nice and calm. He's more outdoorsy and I'm more shopping, and as I have now come to learn, Hawaii accommodates both aspects very well. So this is really definitely the state for us, and I think we'll be definitely coming back and staying a bit longer next time. It was a lot of fun. That's pretty much it. I just have to pack all the stuff that I have, and then it's back home tomorrow, which is sad. But the other thing to look forward to, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it because I get to do it, is Once Upon a December. I'm going to be doing again for 2014. So those videos should hopefully come right after this one, because I don't know how long it's going to take for me to edit these vlogs. I hope not too long. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me talk to the camera. Probably not as much as I've enjoyed actually living this experience, but thank you for watching nonetheless, and I will catch you guys in Once Upon a December. Bye!